So what's the Get Down?
Hip hop cultural lifestyle show. Let's talk about the man that primarily was responsible for a lot of West Coast, just as a whole. Mixmaster Spade.
Click Claster.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, my brother, Mixmaster Spade. We used to, he had a few names: Tony, Frank, all that. We call him Mixmaster. It's the Mixmaster. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Ho! Check it out. Here we go. No, that was my brother though. I was introduced to Spade by the infamous Scotty D. You know what I'm saying? He introduced me to Spade. That was my introduction to Compton. I keep it 100. I grew up all around Los Angeles. My mother even shipped me off to Houston, Texas for a few years. I got wet out there too, did a little DJing as DJ Terry T. When I came back, I met Scotty. Scotty liked the way I got down, so he Scotty was from Compton, Carver Park. He took me over to Mixmaster, and all we used to do is DJ and MC all night in Spade's garage right there on off of Greenleaf. Yeah, it's crazy, right by the graveyard. So and I've been claiming Compton ever since. You know what I'm saying? That's been where I'm from, and I got my first dollar. You know what I'm saying, with Compton. You know what I'm saying? So it's in my heart.
To be able to go ahead and at that time, and it's important that everybody understands why he's naming different hoods. It's not that he trying to go ahead and big up, banging and nothing like that. He letting you know because at that particular time, oh yeah, that's official. But I'm saying though, at that particular time though, you couldn't just go up in somebody's hood, with them shenanigans.
Man, I keep it real. I mean, we're talking about back in 85, 86, where, gang banging was,
it was real.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Gang banging was gang banging. That was a job. They throw that uniform on and that's how it went down.
And, I was basically, when I got back from Houston, it's a whole story behind the Houston thing.
We're going to get into it.
Right.
Yes,
but
sir.
When I got back from Houston, it was basically I had to go live with my grandmother and things like that. Moms was tripping and shit. She basically left me in Houston, because I was out there wilding like a motherfucker. But when I got back and met Scotty, and it just like they embraced me as family, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's do or die Compton. You know what I'm saying? From Big Pete, from Fun Hood, Cliff, and all. We used to fight. Get drunk on that Cisco, have little fake ass gang fights, and once you drink that Cisco, boy, it's like drinking PCP.
Oh, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So. Spade, like I was saying, they just embraced me and that became family, and my thoughts ran off.
Oh, don't even worry about
what was the question?
How did he influence you? Let's get to
Spade?
that. Let's just run with that. How did Spade influence you? Like, who was around? Because it wasn't just you there. You know what I mean?
I had already heard Mixmaster Spade on the radio, 1580K Day, and maybe even KGFJ back then. Toddy T had put out Batarang, then he put out Just Say No. You gotta have cash to make it these days. You can make it leave all 100. Man, I heard that. And that was like, that's Compton? Mm-hmm. But that was before I met Spade. They playing this on K-Day.
Right.
And all that. I haven't even met Toddy T yet. Scotty D
right.
took me to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what, 15, 16 years old, little kid. And I was a DJ. I wasn't a rapper. I was a DJ. So I'm just trying to come around and show these niggas I can mix and, you know, do my thing.
Come on now, you can't just say that. This is a hip hop show. Can't you?
Yo, I'm
well, hip hop lifestyle
listen,
culture.
hey, check it out. The thing was, when I met Scotty, I was ditching school. When I got back from Houston, I had to live with my grandmother in Pacoima.
Right.
So I had to go to what was it? Pacoima Occupational Center.
Was it like a continuation or something?
Yeah, so because I didn't got kicked out of LA Unified with my mom. I got shipped to Inglewood where my sisters was born and all that. Got kicked out of there, Morningside and Monroe. So I had to go to the Valley. And I went to San Fernando. They ran me up out of there. They ran me up out of there. So after that, I had to go to the occupational center. And I never went there. So leaving my grandmother's house every morning, just walking, ditching school, ran into a little clothing store, Fila shop, with, you know, it's all in the window, but I'm looking through the window and I see turntables in the back. You know what I'm saying? So I sat there till somebody came, because that's all I was about, was DJing. I saw turntables in the back with records. I feel it was just all a blessing, man, because I sat there and waited and Scotty pulled up in the gold ass Cadillac and opened the door, and I said, what I told him was, yo, I'm a DJ and I'm down with Uncle Jam's Army.
Oh, wait, you gotta explain. You gotta explain Uncle Jam's Army.
He laughed. He said, is that right? Not knowing Scotty D was down with Roger Clayton and Bobcat, DJ Pool, everybody, you know what I'm saying? But he giggled and he said, let me, you know, come in and spend. He was amazed. I was like,
what?
Yeah, I was
what?
turning around doing.
You try to make it sound like you was like Aladdin or something.
Me and Aladdin came in at the same time. We were doing the same. Aladdin is a motherfucker.
Yeah, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? But
that's what I'm saying. The way you explained that, I had to ask that question.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't as good as Aladdin, but
you tear
I was doing the same thing. But there was too many DJs in the crew. DJ Pooh, me, Bobcat, Scotty D. It was other DJs, and I think J-Roll was a DJ too. That's where I met J-Roll.
Is that right?
At the Fila shop.
All right.
So, but I always used to get on the mic and say rhymes that I saw on the Wild Style movie.
Word?
Word.
Cold Crush?
So, yeah, that's another story. Because I got busted too. But,
how you get?
We were talking about Prince Whipple Whip earlier.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, he wrote some of that stuff on Wild Style.
Is that right? I thought it was
skill and occupation is rocking
K.
on the mic. The reason for this is because what I like. I got the capabilities doing other things, being a movie star, diamond rings, being a player hustler, executive with a 40-room mansion. Cause that's how. So I'm on. By this time, we're doing shows with Scotty and Uncle Jam's Army.
Oh,
because Scotty D created a crew called Total Control.
all right.
Got a sweatsuits with Total down arm and control.
All right, it was going down.
With the little feeler on there. Yeah. So, and we're opening up for Run DMC, Beastie Boys, Real Roxanne, Whistle. Yeah, Scotty had us out there. We had Total Control had his song called "Doing the Buckwheat."
Yeah.
All that, you know what I'm saying?
They don't know about the dances, the LA dances.
Yeah, it was the same time that Pee Wee Herman came out.
Yep.
So it was the dance craze. So I got busted on stage singing the same rhymes.
What?
We were opening for Ice-T. Ice-T had the Zulu Nation with him. Yo, they called me backstage. It was love, though. You know what I'm saying? I was a big fan of the Cold Crush Brothers, Prince Whipplewhip. You know what I'm saying? All that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, got busted. But neither here nor there. Scotty was the man that brought me around the Compton car, and they embraced me, and it was just like family, man. It was the only family I had at the time, you know, because moms was tripping. I kind of messed up with my grandparents too. Once I got in with Scotty and was DJing and all that, I was staying with my grandparents, but I messed up with them too. So I ended up living in the Feeler shop. But I was waking up fresh every morning, putting on a new Feeler.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They can tell you that.
Right. You know, but yeah, thank God for Scotty D, man.
Shout out to Scotty.
Yeah, that's my man. You know, and J-Ro was there. It was another kid named Suave D. That was part of Total Control. DJ Pooh was part of Total Control too. Yeah, so this is how it all began.
It was just really organic.
Bobcat was already out with Uncle Jam's Army, and getting ready to go to New York to produce for LL Cool J and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a great time, man. At that time, man, and I was just happy to be. I was very blessed, man.
So when you went on ahead and just based on all of the names that you know were around, and that's a lot, and you haven't even named the rest of them because I heard about the stories of all the people that used to be at Spade's house. Was he as big of an influence on you as far as you being, you know, part of hip hop? Yeah, Spade. Or was he more like, just a mentor?
Man, everybody had a motherfucking Mixmaster Spade mixtape. The one I had used to start out with what was her name? Jean Knight. Doom, 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 doom. Oh yeah. Spade would come on. I am big time.
There you go.
I make $1,000 a day. I am big time. I was like, oh my God. I am the Mixmaster Spade.
Yeah.
You know, he started all his motherfucking tapes with, oh yeah. This is the Mixmaster Spade. Yo, to be down with that at that time and Toddy T and all that, I'm in.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, shit.
I got you.
Yeah. I had to do a few missions to fool.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, right of passage. I got you.
Yeah. DJ Pooh told me I should just stay on the mic, and he told me that for a reason because I was competition on the turntables.
Oh.
He didn't.
Was Pooh?
Come on.
Was Pooh sick?
Pooh, come on.
All right. I just saying. I know producing wise, you know what I'm saying.
Come on. These are the cats I looked up to.
Yes, sir.
Pooh and Bobcat and all, and you know.
Word up.
You know, but at first Pooh didn't like me. He used to call me a little dusty, ugly little motherfucker running around here. He used to tell us, get that little dusty, ugly motherfucker running around this motherfucker.
So how'd you win him over though?
I started. Well, the first thing was Scotty booked some studio time with DJ Unknown.
All right. Shout out to DJ Unknown.
Yeah, Techno Hop Records. And we went in and did Payback Some Other. And Unknown released it on Techno Hop, and after that we was just rolling, you know what I'm saying? And it was around the time where when Bob and the LA Posse, Daryl and Dwayne, flying off to New York to go do the I'm Bad album, the Bigger and Deffer album with LL. and Pooh went down. They called for Pooh to come down, and Pooh took Payback Some Other down there, and he gave it to Red Alert and Marley Marl. They was on 2 different stations, but they all came to hang out with LL and all that, you know what I'm saying? And they played. I was like one of the first West Coast artists to get played on the New York airwaves back then. Payback Some Other, because it was boom bap.
Right.
Payback Some Other. It wasn't no.
Yeah.
I don't even think Cali really had a rap identity. Payback Some Other was played on WBLS and Kiss back in '89, '88.
How'd that make you feel?
I was a kid. You know
that's what I'm saying.
It was like, it was, everything was unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? So after that, you know, it was all about, it's time for you to go to, we got to deal with Capitol Records. That was in '88. And we flew to New York to start working on the album. Act a Fool, a lot of them songs was recorded in New York at Chun King Studio.
Word?
At Chun King, the same studio that Run DMC, BC Boys, LL used. We went out there and did our first shit right there.
I'm just tripping that the coldest first, you know, West Coast album was done in New York.
New York, yeah. It was a different vibe out there.
Yeah, but you and Cube got that thing going because he did, you know, America's Most Wanted out there. So
yeah, he went out there and worked with the Bomb Squad. Yeah. So, that was incredible.
So let me ask you this: Pooh didn't like you. You had to win him over. You won him over. He takes it down there, gets y'all the deal. All right, yeah, everything is velvet. You know.
Once we did the first single, "Payback Some Other" on Techno Hop. The second single was "The Coolest," and the B-side was "You Better Bring a Gun" with Mixmaster Spade. That's when I met Spade. That was like '88, '89.
Right.
That's when it was on. Like, we created the Compton Posse and all. That's when the Compton Posse was.
Yeah, it was a lot going on.
Yeah.
If you was out here, you know,
niggas from Watson. The Valley was from the Compton Posse and all that. You know.
Yeah.
So,
but you got to think about it because y'all had Compton Posse. Ice-T had all that Rhyme Syndicate stuff. And all
I was
that.
also a part of Rhyme Syndicate because Ice-T. Yeah, we're skipping a lot. See, Payback and The Coolest, the first 2 singles I did on Techno Hop. Y'all gotta remember, Ice-T was on Techno Hop before me with You Don't Quit and Dog in the Wax and 6 in the Morning. So Ice-T kind of became my manager. Well, Rhyme Syndicate, Ice-T and Rhyme Syndicate became my management, and they took me on tour with just Payback Some Other and The Coolest, just them 2 singles. I went on.
So you
I went to
toured on
Europe.
those?
I went. Yeah,
So tell me about the Techno Hop. I mean the Techno Hop and the Ice-T situation as far as like was because we talked. So let's get that out there. The first West Coast hip hop record was.
Oh, it had to be Disco Daddy.
Right.
Then it had to be Ice-T.
All right.
With Cold Winter Madness. Y'all remember that? Produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Then You Don't Quit. Then Dog in the Wax, 6 in the Morning, all that. Then came King T.
So he had like 4 projects before, with 4 joints out before King T came.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Reckless.
Yeah. But that was more. But that was from the movie though.
Yeah, but it was that shit went gold. Reckless. Him and Glove. Ice-T and Glove. Reckless. That was on Hologram.
Yeah.
And it was in the movie. Like yeah. So that blew him up. He got a major deal out of that.
All right.
I put out the 2 singles, and what happened was, me, Bobcat, and Pooh got together and we created a song called Bass. I was done with Techno Hop, and I had my best friends at that time was Rodney O and Joe Cooley, and and what was Joe's homeboy name?
General Jeff.
No, they used to wear the same.
Oh, I know who you talking about too.
I don't want to say his real name,
Yeah.
but yeah, Greg Mack created a label called Mac Daddy Records, and we released the bass single on Mac Daddy Records, and that's the single that got me my major deal. You know, with the help of Rhyme Syndicate, they got me my first deal at Capitol Records.
So were you managed still by Rhyme Syndicate? And
That's when they started managing me. When they the ones that got me the deal at Capitol.
So did you work close with Ice, or you was just off doing your own thing?
It's like we lived together. You know?
Right.
We matter of fact, he got me my first apartment on Franklin in Hollywood. We used to live on the same floor. The nigga would bust in my house all the time with a big old afro and guns and shit. Like, it was crazy living on it.
Like, everybody be thinking Ice ain't with the shit.
Right.
Ice with the shenanigans.
Like Mad Dog, good times. Like,
Shout out to Ice-T.
Who went off to produce LL?
All right.
So it was a whole
So it was just
different
you
level.
by yourself?
Yeah, left me alone. We came back. We did when he got back. We did the second album, At Your Own Risk.
Set your,
For Capitol.
Set your own risk, sucker. Yeah. All right, we gonna have to get to Play Like a Piano, man. Quit playing. Come on, let's get to this Play Like a Piano. When you did that,
What album was that? That was on the third, right?
yeah. That's
The
why
Trifling album.
That's why I wanted to go on up. See, the classics and the bangers, you know what I'm saying? We know that.
Yeah.
Bass is that's what had me really on your bumper, because you was jumping around in the video. Because you remember we had Pump It Up out here and,
With D-Born.
Yeah. So you was hopping around, let's drop some bass. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, that's it. So, but when you did Play Like a Piano, and shout out to Breeze too, because he don't get, you know what I mean, his props for that verse on that.
Yeah.
Like, especially that still go right now. So what brought that about?
That it kind of just happened. Like, you know, at that time we started working on Death Certificate. I was part of the production crew called the Boogeymen with DJ Pooh, Bobcat, Rashad Coles, and me. And it was a couple of other cats that I can't remember right now, but yeah, that's where it all started. We started
From the
producing.
Boogeymen?
Yeah. Wow. I personally produced Giving Up the Nappy Dugout along with DJ Pooh, and Horny Little Devil with Bobcat.
Which songs did you write the verses for?
I only wrote my verse on Colorblind.
All right. So I'm telling you, because that song that you have no idea with the pianos, you know what I mean, and everything. So Pooh produced it, or you produced it?
Nah, that's all DJ Pooh. Piano, that we used to work at a studio called Echo Sound. Like, and it was only 2 rooms up in there, and it would be us and Cube or Yo-Yo or somebody who would always be in the other room. So we will be in each other's session, and Cube just walked in and hopped on it.
Like,
we were working on the beat.
Like whatever.
Yeah, Pooh was working on the beat, and he just, you know, it was crazy. And, you know, it all went into, you know, doing the St. Ives commercials and things like that. That's, you know, it was a great time.
So let me ask you this, because I keep hearing you say a great time, because you have to be an LA native to know what you're talking about. So I kind of want you to describe, was everybody cool with everybody back then? So all these different big artists at the time.
We wasn't big artists. We were beginners. We were just starting out. Ice Cube just left NWA. You know,
you making it sound like he won't take your call right now, though. He will take.
Cube?
Yeah, he will take your call. He playing, all right. Everybody can't say that.
It'll probably take a couple.
All right, tell him to take my call.
So,
but you gonna get that call back though.
Yeah.
Or we could call Big Kibo. Shout out to Big Kibo. You know what I mean? And we can go that way.
Homie,
Yeah. Indeed. I'm trying to interview Kibo too. Quit playing. But when you went on ahead and let's do it in reverse then. When did you think you made it?
Excuse me?
When did you think you made it?
I never knew. Wow, that's a good question because I never really looked at shit like that. Like, wow, I finally made it. Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm lying. Let me keep 100. I was living in Compton, right around the corner from Spade on Caldwell and Kemp. When I saw that first album cover, Act a Fool, with me walking with the gauge, I said, this shit real? I'm looking at it like, and Pooh bought me when CDs were first coming out. Right. He bought me the CD case. Like, I'm like 19 years old, 18 years old. Like, I didn't, like, wow, is this really happening? Like, I could have been like that when I put out the singles, like Payback Some Other and things like that. I was just doing shit that I love. It didn't really matter. I didn't care about making money. Really for a long time. I had no respect for money. This is what I loved, you know what I'm saying? And I just did it. And it ended up to where a lot of people took advantage of me and took advantage of who I was and things like that because I was a kid and I was just having fun with it. Mm-hmm. It wasn't work to me, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't something that I had to go do. This is what the fuck I love, and
I'm a truly love hip hop as an artist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or as the culture. Cause see, you a real hip hop head. Cats don't get that.
We didn't have a term. I don't even think we had the term hip hop and all back there. You know what I'm saying? Rap and all that. Gangster rap definitely wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? I felt it was just. It's something we just fell into. Mm-hmm. You guys, my sisters. I've always loved music. I always loved to play music for people that and that's my first nature, DJing and things like that. But
if you could DJ today, like right now, like fucking, I ain't spitting no more.
Yeah,
you gonna be DJ King T? It's going down.
Well, yeah, that's what's going on right now.
No, but I'm saying, it's going to open back to you, but you King T. King T don't have to do that. That's like Snoop just did a set. You know what I mean? I seen him do some. I seen Shaq do some, and they got big crowds or whatever.
I'm going back to DJ Terry T.
Wait a minute now.
Yeah.
All right, see. That's gonna be
check out Liquid Radio on Friday nights. Digital DJ Terry T.
Give all of the merch. Come on, say everything else you got going
Liquid
on.
Radio, liquid.net. You know what I'm saying? Instagram at Liquid Radio, LIKWIT Radio, LIKWIT Radio, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Go check us out. We finna launch a big campaign and get with this real hip hop. That's what it's all about.
So if when he's saying what he's saying, he's being modest. Like y'all seeing what Scratch is doing with Scratch Vision,
Yes. Scratch is my dude, man. Love Scratch, and he's been feeding. Honestly, and I probably shouldn't be saying, he's been feeding me little information on what I should do. And
that's fact.
But Scratch is, he spent a little money on what he got going.
It's going
so I'm doing this slowly but surely. But I love Scratch. He's been a great mentor on what I'm trying to do. Create a platform for the new generation and what Liquid.net is, the Liquid Network is going to be about is making sure we keep our old school cats front page in our face. You know what I'm saying? What they doing? What they doing now? Where are they now? Right here.
Right.
When did this classic come out and things like that? So that's all we trying to do.
Well, that's what we try to do. We try to give you, legends like you, your roses, while you here.
Exactly.
Because cats don't even understand
time.
what you did and what you brought to the game. They just know, oh, King T, right there. I got a question I want to ask you. You dig what I'm saying? It's funny as hell. All right. Did you squab with Pac?
This nigga.
And I want to know who would too.
Obviously, I lost.
Oh, come on now.
It was. I didn't squab with Pac. Me and Pac. Well, since he's passed away, we were tight as fuck. You know what I'm saying? We, when we used to run each other. When the thing was going to New York. You know what I'm saying? We would try to find each other when we were out there because we were all we had, you know what I'm saying? West Coast motherfuckers, especially back then, So we stuck together. We used to run through motherfucking New York and people loved us out there and all that. East Coast loved us. The thing was, I got drunk one night and I think I broke my ankle too, so I'm walking with a cane. I got on khakis. And I'm drunk. This is the first time I drunk. I had like 2 adios motherfuckers.
Oh.
At Glam Slam when Prince owned the Glam Slam downtown.
He used to go down.
So I ran into Pac. He had a red rag on his tied around his head, and I was just clowning. Drunk. Well, I was drunk. I can't say I was clowning because they probably took. He probably saw it another way.
Yeah.
So,
Nah, you know how
you heard things about Pac, and how he would move from section to section, 40s, and then it was something else, and then it was now. It was I don't know where he was rolling with Psych in them at this time, I think. Yeah, but that was my dude, you know what I'm saying? And I was tipsy and I was kind of like just joking with him, and I snatched the red rag off his head.
And he came and got at you?
Nah, he didn't do nothing. Everybody laughed. And Coolio was there.
Shout out to Coolio.
And kind of, split it up and all that. But when we got outside, I went and they got in their little cars and shit. And I ran up to Pac's window, still talking shit, drunk out of my mind. I got blindsided. Somebody dope fingered me, and I was, that was it.
They did.
But a week later. Pac went to jail after that for the rape.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. He got out and we met in New York again, and shook hands and was like, nigga, I want to talk to you and all that. And all that. It was good. And then I was called up to Can-Am. And went with my manager at the time, Shari Henry. She took me up there and met with Pac. He was shooting the cover for All Eyes on Me, and it was good, man. Everything was love. You know what I'm saying?
That's love.
I'm glad we got that out. Man.
What is your favorite?
I got Dope Fiend though.
With his squad, let's make it
in one pot.
He had his squad with him. It wasn't no head up fade. All right, well, let's get it clarified.
And all them niggas dead.
Look at the face.
Next question.
What's your favorite? Well, not favorite. That's.
And I'm not talking about Pac or Psych.
No, I know what you're talking about.
The nigga that hit me is dead.
Yeah, but you reiterate. We rolling on the statute. Look here, statute of limitations, baby. I'm on your side, baby. I'm rolling this on.
Yeah.
Hey, he's joking.
Don't print that.
He's joking. Ha ha. We're all together. So this is what I want to know. Out of all the labels, because I'm finna get into you and Molly too, because I need to know how did you become See, it's a two-part question. Out of all the labels that you worked with, which was your favorite? And how the hell did you wind up working with Molly Mall, being one of the first West Coast artists to work with Molly Mall?
The whole Liquid Crew situation, alcoholic situation. See, what was going on at that time when we created the Liquid Crew, well, let me just say the Alcoholics, is at the time when everybody was putting their crews down, like all they boys down. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lynch Mob, Terror Squad. There was a couple other.
Because EPMD and they had Death Squad,
Hit Squad,
yeah, Hit Squad and all that. Yeah.
So me and Pooh got together. Like, we need to give our niggas a name. You know what I'm saying? It was a choice between Daily Chronics or the Alcoholics.
Wait a minute.
And we voted.
Daily Chronics?
The Daily Chronics, because Pooh blow.
Yeah, he blow. Yeah. But I'm just saying.
And we drunk. You know what I'm saying? So the Alcoholics prevailed. We started working on a few songs, and motherfuckers just hopped like, yo, let's do it. Like, actually, Tash, E Swift, and J-Ro was working on a demo already as a group called ESP, Everyday Street Poets. They got a demo deal with Herb Albert, A&M Records.
Word.
Yeah, they was working at A&M Records right there in Hollywood. Yeah, so it was just obvious, y'all gonna be the Alcoholics.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Tash wasn't here yet. It was just E Swift and J-Ro, and it was supposed to be me as the Alcoholics.
All right.
Yeah. Started working on a few songs. We did like Make Room, Bullshit, and Liquid, and E Swift bought Tash from Ohio.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why his style sounds completely all right. I get it now.
Yeah.
I get it now.
And I was like, shit, y'all go ahead.
You didn't want to get out no more?
Well, I was always
Still
involved. It was
right.
my group, and you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Me and DJ Pooh's group.
I got you.
The Alcoholics, the whole situation. And they did, and Steve Rifkin just hopped on it. Like it was like the same time Wu was getting signed.
It was y'all.
Yeah.
People don't know that you guys was there when they was signed, and y'all had a movement behind y'all that was very very serious.
Liquid Wu.
Yeah. So how did you wind up getting with Molly?
Well,
with Molly Mall.
Oh shit. That goes back to well, like I said, the whole crew was created after the Juice Crew. We were very. I was very. You know what I'm saying?
I see it. So you gonna tell me? Are you gonna tell me who was who in the Juice Crew?
No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. It was just like Easy and WA and Cube. They had the gangster shit sold up. You know what I'm saying? So, and more than anything, we love to just party. Squeeze titties and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? We get drunk, smoke weed. That's what our crew was about, Liquid Crew. It was partying. Wasn't about no gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the lane we wanted to try to start.
So was it more like college frat or just the homies chilling?
You hit it on the nail.
So basically you was the West Coast Luke Skywalker. Basically, because that's all his music was too. You know what I'm saying? I've been to y'all concerts. I know what.
Not as
the way you didn't go that far. I know you didn't go that far, but
not as extreme. But I wanted to create something like the Juice Crew.
I got you.
And like I said, my first single, Molly Mall had it, and and the management, Rhyme Syndicate, will always let it be known that King T loves Marley Marl. He loves Marley Marl. Everything he did, Marley Marl, because he had the little sloppy little scratch.
Yeah.
Eric B is president. All that, you know what I'm saying?
Where it's off, but it's on.
Right, and it sound good.
Yeah.
So that's what me and DJ Pooh was on like a motherfucker, like, you know. So that's how we, you know, they actually, when I got with Capitol got at Marley's management and said, could you do a remix for King T? He just jumped on it.
Word?
He just like, yo, we sent him the acapella and he just flipped it, because if you listen to the At Your Own Risk original, the vocals are different on the remix. It's like on a different beat.
I never even tripped off of that.
Yeah, listen to the original and listen to the remix.
That's dope.
And once he put that Marley Marl remix single with LL, that's when I thought I made it.
Oh, is that right? I could tell
with
you.
LL and Marley Marl, yes. Oh my God.
So Dig, now I want to go ahead and put a little fact on something. To all those out there that are fans of Rap City Basement, whose beat is that is being played at the beginning intro and the outro?
Marley Marl. Marley Marl.
All right. What song is that though, sir?
At Your Own Risk, the remix.
Thank you. So everybody understand why y'all was running around.
That's how I got my first Benz.
Yeah. What? Go ahead now. What color was it?
Gray blue.
There you go.
Gray blue.
I ain't even mad.
300 road. Oh man, I can tell you stories about that car. It was when the riots was going on. I used to drive up and down motherfucking Western.
Yeah. You see what was cracking?
Up and down.
Right, hold on. Statute of limitations, baby. Yeah. This ain't black. We don't do that. Yeah. We don't do that. We shut stuff
rioting.
down. Yeah. You heard. Yeah.
The city was on fire.
Yes, sir.
But I was running up and down the street playing the song I produced for High School, Horny Little Devil.
Is that right?
During the riot.
That's right. That was on point.
It was crazy.
I was wondering why that song stuck in my head. You know what I mean? Because I was going to Southwest College at that time. Shout out to Southwest College. Yeah, when that was going down. Because you know, the lynch mob and them niggas just...
you an old nigga. You don't look old.
Oh, man. Hey, look here, baby. Black don't crack, baby. It ain't just for the women, baby. We put it out there. But the thing about it is because I go back to when it was bungalows. You did? Yeah. So that's facts. One thing that I want to get with you with though is because I asked you earlier, what was your favorite label for you to be a part of?
My favorite?
Yeah, your favorite. I know that's a weird question to say as far as about a label. No, your label. Whatever record label that you know, what was that gave you the ability to do what you want to do. And we ain't shouting their ass out. I'm just saying, I'm thinking about the record.
It would have to be Aftermath, even though nothing really practically was released except for the compilation. It had to be Dr. Dre's Aftermath.
Dig that. So what made you, cause see, I done heard a bunch of stories about, you know what I mean, just Aftermath as a whole. And for me, like you were supposed to be on the 2001 Chronic, right?
I was.
But I'm saying like it was supposed to be more of you, correct?
I was supposed to put out an album before the Chronic.
All right.
2001, yeah. But Eminem came. You know, what you gonna do?
Yeah, you're right about that. I had that situation happen to us, Master P, when he came over to Priority.
Yeah.
When nothing going on unless it had.
Yeah, you know they shut shit down.
Yeah, so I understand fully what you're saying.
And it was already, you know, you got to realize that this was decades ago, and I didn't think like I think now. It comes with maturity and things like that. You know, it was talk around that Dre shells motherfuckers. Right. Motherfuckers out.
Yeah. But wasn't that the thing everybody was doing though? Signing cats, you know what I mean? On the West Coast, that's all I know. Cats you had to go through certain people in order to get a deal. It was on certain camps. Well, you King T,
I didn't have to. I don't think I had to. Me and Dre had since the beginning, NWA, King T, Eazy-E, we always was like a family. we went on the road together, and we used to perform at Skate Land together all the motherfucking time and shit like that. But you know, NWA blew up and went on. You know what I'm saying? But me and Dre always talked about doing something together.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I was already with Pooh and Capital, and after 3 albums with Capital, I left, and me and Broadway.
Shout out to Broadway.
Yeah, we did a production deal with MCA Universal. We did only did like 1 album. That's when I released Dippin' and shit like that. But it was an experience. But after that, that's when I signed with Aftermath, and it was just a different whole vibe,
Whole nother level, because it was my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And Dre was always like, "Go do what you want to do. Record what you know."
Yes.
Here's the beats.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Oh, it was lovely. It was lovely.
So I understand that it is some bangers on that album that you recorded.
The Thy Kingdom Come out?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, I feel that it was like the best work I've ever done, because I was, not taking anything from DJ Pooh. It was just a different time. At that time, Dr. Dre was Dr. Dre.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was just like, goddamn, who want to do with Dr. Dre? And bang, rapping on these beats. You know what I'm saying? But at that, when Dre left Death Row, that's when Pooh went to Death Row to do the Dogfather album.
Is that
with
right?
Snoop? Yeah, he produced that album. Yeah. So it was like,
yeah, that's what I'm sitting there.
And it was always love, you know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
Besides what was going on internally.
Yeah. So. That's crazy. So let me, all right, so Dig, the East Coast, West Coast beef was going on. How did King T have to, because you hip hop, so how did, and a lot of those cats give you the props.
I didn't never recognize it. Like I said, my friends was Biggie and Easy Mo B and Ultramagnetic, Pudgy, the Fat Bastard, Special Ed, Chubb Rock, Big Daddy Kane. Every time I come to New York, Big Daddy Kane come scoop a nigga and take a nigga to go get some
that's
fish.
The greatest that ever did it, right? That's the greatest that ever did it, Big Daddy Kane right there. Yeah. Let me hit you with this one though, because it's interesting that you said that, because I was finna say, I wasn't even gonna bring it up. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Everybody gives Big, you know what I mean, the crown, and all of that as far as being the dopest or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. But there's somebody that he said he studied. So how does that make you feel? Wait, hold on. How does that make you feel knowing that, your blueprint was the thing that, got past the, made the touchdown basically?
I think it's more hype than anything.
Think so?
Yeah. I don't think Big studied me. We doted on each other. Big rapped a whole different way in the beginning. He was very party and bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was a whole different style.
Yeah.
It started to get calmer after Snoop came out. He calmed his voice down and started rapping real cool and on some hustler playboy type shit.
Right. I'm saying when he said, I didn't say it. The man said,
I'm gonna keep it 100. I think when Snoop came out, we all calmed our motherfucking voice down. Remember my shit was bass.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I'm yelling
Everybody
too.
was up. Yeah.
And things like when
What
Snoop,
song were you yelling at? I don't remember any songs.
Bass, so bullshit.
Yeah, but that was we gig.
I'm yelling.
We gig. You not yelling in play like a piano. You not yelling in none of that stuff.
I felt like, I'm
Wow.
I'm like
So Snoop,
boisterous.
I got you.
Some cool shit for the King's Anthology.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Big was on, once he calmed this shit, for all the ladies in the place with style, grace,
I got you.
Snoop Dogg. That's Snoop Dogg.
Yes, sir.
It ain't King T.
So you think he just pulled your name out and was like, I'm not. Shout out to Snoop too, though, because Snoop did change the game.
We doted on each other. Like every time I go to New York, I worked with Easy Mo B too. The Licks work with Easy Mo B too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we in that kid.
I like the way that you maneuvered through that, but I'm gonna say what the man said. Biggie said,
Puff said.
All right, Puff said, you know, that he studied you.
It was a compliment.
I'm on that brainwash, full rollout, anonymous. Underplay to overplay, strategic, I promise. Mo dope brings more Negroes. Watch them heroes, pro lethal. Dream killers feast on people. Nubius in need, mine on the hunt. Paul Bear, sharp fluid, gates and piston bumps. No excuses, that's a sin. Back to the begin. Muscle memory, pseudo respect and revenge. Plays blindfolded, a bucket list with interest. Forgiveness, the shadows and mirrors who handle business. Legacy, all grind, no guest list. Land in jurisdiction, make you bread prejudice. For the purists and the tourists, Q sticky for ghetto jurors. Swing high, swing low, you forgot that we do this. Bank selection, smooth DR vibe. Underground